this and that. Is that everything I needed to do? I think that's everything I needed to do. Oh, wait, no, one more? There we go. Now that's everything I needed to do. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to another week 4 match of the Bingo League. Today we have Goose versus Hugo. Feel free to say something if either of you want to.
My goal is to get
Hello,
2
everyone.
points.
Okay, we got 2 points and we got hello. That's a new bingo line for me, but I wish you the best on it. Alright. There's not much holding us from getting going, so I'll just go over the rules as usual. You're allowed to use any document you want on your bingo quest. The match will be limited to 1 hour and 45 minutes. The first one to get bingo wins. Otherwise, whoever has the most squares. Otherwise, tiebreaker rules. You will have 30 seconds to look at the card as always. In those 30 seconds, you're not allowed to look. You're allowed to look at the card. You're not allowed to play the game at all. After those 30 seconds are up, your hour and 45 starts, and you can game.
We love gaming.
We do love gaming. Should we do the countdown in voice, or would you prefer bingo sync?
Whichever, yeah.
I'll just do it in voice, then I'm used to this.
Alright.
Okay, both players ready?
Yep.
Missing a yes from Hugo.
Oh, my mic didn't get it. Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. In that case, you can reveal the bingo board in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you can start playing in 3, 2, 1, go.
Shit.
Please deafen and good luck. What's up, Matt? Both players probably rushing in that manner. Nope, we're seeing Porgy and we're seeing Pallet Quest, which Pallet Quest is on the board. Plant 4 seeds of the crash site. I'm interested. I have cooked up a strat for this. I'm interested to see if anybody else has cooked up a strat or if they're just going to go the long way. Hugo's just going for 10. I'm going to go back later. It makes sense. As for Porgy, what do we have for Porgy? I was looking at the goals. Reach the Abyss. Oh, if you know what you're doing here, the Abyss is a pretty good goal. Hugo going for Magic Garden after setting up Pallet Quest. A very traditional play, Magic Garden. If it's on the board, people go Magic Garden. Save 10 oppies at once twice is extremely fast. In fact, it's honestly surprising that Hugo would go for Pallet Quest, then do this. If I see a goal that fast and I'm going Pallet Quest, I'm assuming the other player's on it. But the last time it was... No! What's up, Canvas? I don't know if I said hi, Matt. Alright, let me finish setting up my... Do I not have eggs? I didn't have eggs on my general goal sheet. And then finally we have leaderboards. And then a treasure hunter as well. Treasure hunter, I think this is the first time I've seen treasure hunter show up on a board. Hugo did take a death on Magic Garden. That was unfortunate. Magic Garden is not a bad play here because you can keep going after doing the 10 oppies at once twice. Because 2 cherry discs is on this. Magic Garden is definitely one of the plays for cherry discs that people often go for. It would not be too surprising to see. This could be... I wouldn't go for that. Do you need Buster Torpedoes for the Abyss and Porgy? That's actually one of the goals I haven't actually ever try it out. I just assumed that I would get it normally. Okay, and that's 110. Clear up the board and get it nice and clean before you go for the second 10. Very reasonable. I'd assume Goose is going to be going all the way down to the abyss here, yep. Hello. Welcome one, welcome all. Yep, and there's the Magic Garden. I'm not going to keep going for the cherry disc, instead opening Pin Golf. Score -2 or better on 3 holes. Is that harder than 3 hole-in-ones, I wonder? Probably... I guess there's not a lot of par 2, so it's about the same difficulty, honestly. I'm gonna see that as a freebie. Goose is indeed going down to the abyss now. Isn't it like right down here? Yep, that's it. An accidental good play as they both went on the bottom left to top right diagonal. So they're going to be both blocking that one out now. What's up, Vanilla? What's up, Morzus? Yeah, I think we were all a little bit surprised to not see Night Manor right off the bat, but nope, here it is. Night Manor Gold Disc. Cherry's not out of the question. But, I think there's probably still better. Even if you have Gold Disc in the way, you probably have better cherries still. It was a big match. I'm secretly rooting for Hugo. If people don't know, but Hugo and I come from the same community, so I have to cheer on my fellow member. Well, you could get the cherry, but at the same time, Night Manor Gold Disc is like, what, a 2-minute thing? Whereas the cherry is more like 6 minutes-ish, I think. Doesn't quite get the -2 there. Sorry, I know. Goose is fantastic too. It's done a lot of good for me. It's a biased pick here. Hugo's the one for me here. I was hoping that would work out actually at that pin golf hole. That's a sick -2 to get. Yeah, Goose seemingly very familiar with the Night Manor gold route here. How many? What was the levels goal again? 4 levels in 5 different games. Okay, so Hugo definitely has that for pin golf. As for eggs is something that I don't remember off the top of my head yet, so let's open the rules document. Let's make sure that I got that going. Yeah, Goose, surprisingly, even though Goose was kind of like really one of the pioneers of bingo, I would say, I guess has not had too much practice time recently, as they have not necessarily been on a winning streak. Whereas Hugo does come in with all the advantage, currently sitting at, I believe, 3 wins out of 3 matches. But I believe that this could actually be a tight one. I believe this could be tight. In fact, Goose taking the lead right now with 2 squares. Well, that's a pizza. Yeah, pin golf has not necessarily gone super well for Hugo here. Goose is going for pin golf too. Not necessarily wasted time as long as oh no, backing out, going for Pilot Quest instead. This is not necessarily a wasted time even if you hop into pin golf now. Hugo is more likely to get the goal, but it's also, you still make some progress towards the level. Yeah, hole-in-one on Chunk is great, but unfortunately Chunk is a par 2 level. So that doesn't quite work out. Yeah, I'm hoping this is a pretty good one. Now, Goose taking the double strat on a Pilot Quest. So even though they have a late start here, Hugo did do Pilot Quest at the very start, but did not do the double strat. So I think that might put Goose very barely in the lead for Pilot Quest. Mortal. 10 keys. This is very, very good. Actually, you can very quickly pivot this into cherry disc. Uh-oh. Hugo has not had the best pin golf run, I must confess. Sure, you both do select pink. This might be unfortunate. Well, okay. Now it's really getting unfortunate. Alright, and bail out of pin golf. That's a tough one after spending that much time in it. Oh, is the Barbuda Mimic in it? Yeah. The Barbuda Mimic is on a very off-road area that most people, I think most people don't take that route to initially beat the game, which is what makes it so interesting. It's actually like probably longer than just the regular, like the fastest route for the game. I haven't missed too much. We're still at the start. Hugo did take the lead on Pilot Quest just now. Golfaria. Whoa. Now what are we thinking with Golfaria here? The Blockbuster. That's not too bad. That breaks out the top row. Blockbuster is a pretty fast one if you know what you're doing as well. Who's struggling a little bit with Mortal 2. That's really not a problem though. Oh, I guess it could be a problem if you're trying to pivot it into a cherry disc, but I think it'll mostly be fine. Hugo's seemingly pretty familiar with the Blockbuster fast route here. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I think this match got scheduled like 2 hours ago. Now 10 keys is honestly, there's like what, 16 keys total in the entirety of Mortal 2, so it's not super easy. If you don't know what you're doing, this could take a little bit of time. $17, I was off by 1. Doesn't seem to be too much of a problem for Goose. I think the problem will be Goose probably won't be able to convert this into... I think it's probably possible. It's possible to convert this into a cherry run, which is what you would really want to do here. 2 cherry discs. This is one of the ones to go for. Hugo had an unfortunate accident. It seems we'll have to restart their Blockbuster attempt. The hot dog. Oh, that's always been a slime in my brain, but I suppose it is a bit of a hot dog. That's fair, that's fair. As a Mike, well, we all have our... These enemies don't have names, so we gotta differentiate them somehow. Now, I'm tempted to say it's probably faster to like hit this guy than to just drag him all the way down, but Goose does seem to be taking the long route. Alright, Hugo on a... Oop, no, you gotta aim for the pipe. Alright, I mean, if you're that close, it's fine. Called flatworms. I suppose in that case, they are indeed more like hot dogs than slimes, I guess. I'll take the wrong check on that one, I guess. Oof. 4 strokes to get to the Blockbuster here. It's definitely doable, but I would call it sketchy, although the worst is past them. Yeah, this is very fine now. Blockbuster obtained. That's going to block out the top row. Pretty good. Going back into Pilot Quest. Ooh, this could be big here. 491, that's not quite enough. They are at 3. They can't use the skip to buy a seat at a lower price. But I was supposed to bring up the rules document so I could keep checking on the eggs. Hotfoot. Now, Hotfoot we don't see often. Win 2 games in a row without jumping. Right, okay, I believe Hugo is going for the speedrun strat. Pick the wrong ones. No? Pick the right ones. I guess they're not going for the speedrun strat. Well, if they're comfortable with this, then might as well. Alright, Goose about halfway through their lives for the cherry disc. Yeah, no, I know for a fact I would definitely jump. Well, if you're using the speedrun strat, it's not too bad. You don't really want to jump too much for that anyways. Surprised not to see Goose pivoting into the cherry disc here. At this point, you have enough keys. You can just go for the cherry route, and you'll pick up all the keys you need. No, what? Huh? Okay. Well, you know, I haven't seen this bit of Mortal 2 in a long time, so this is interesting. Who is Jerry again? I'm not familiar with Hotfoot character names, even though I probably should be. Yeah, that's fair. Which is unfortunately right there. Oh no, the jump. That came down. That was clutch. That was clutch from the CPU. Alright, back into Pilot Quest though, a very fair pivot. Be just about done with the seeds, yep. And Hugo will be stealing that. Alright, Goose has indeed pivoted back to the cherry route for Immortal 2, although at this point, is that enough lives? That might not be enough lives. I'm worried about this. No, you don't want to open that? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, no, Hotfoot is... It's so easy to spend a long time in Hotfoot and then just lose it all. Now, Kit Club instead. For Kit Club, we have... levels, and also have 5 extra lives at once. One of the tougher goals, just in general, if you ask me. But that would count for levels. Yep, just planting seeds. 4 seeds is enough of a Pilot Quest goal. I hope I get that in one of my matches soon, because I have a strat for that I want to show off. I would not be surprised to see Rakshasa pop up. I don't know why, I just feel like either of these players would have some Rakshasa experience. He was definitely missing out on some massive points here. It's gonna be a bit of an unfortunate situation unfolding. At the very least, they got the levels. So that's 2 out of the 5 games they need for levels. Whereas Goose does not have any progress in any of the general goals yet, I believe. Got the 10 keys. Alright, yeah, can't really pivot that into a cherry disc anymore, that's unfortunate. Badabuta, well, that's an easy egg. 1 egg. Oh, they're going for it. They're just going for eggs. Or not? Does Hotfoot have eggs? Let's take a look at the eggs. Eggs. Not in a Hotfoot. Looks like they're just going for the goal. Just pop up in Barbuda for a second, get the egg, and get the hell out. I guess they might have been thinking about the Mimic. Mimic's not too bad, but if you don't know where it is, obviously it's nearly impossible. Alright, just one more life for Hugo. Unfortunately, that does mean double the points. You need to get to 50k without losing a life. Build. Okay, Goose is aware of the speedrun strat. This could go very well. If you get the speedrun strat in Hotfoot, it feels amazing. Everything is just going your way. It's a happy day. And if you don't get the speedrun strat, it's torturous and a nightmare. Hugo definitely has missed a little bit. I would expect to be at 37k entering here, but still doing just fine. So let's see if the boss has anything to say about that. It nearly did, but nope, Hugo does make it through. So just some careful play at the start of World 2, and that will be just fine for Hugo. There you go. Getting him in the corner is definitely what you want. But sometimes it can backfire. Thankfully it did not. Alright, getting ever so closer to that 50k. As for eggs, has there been any other eggs found so far? There's the fish eggs in Porgy, which I suppose that may have been found, yeah. I don't think Goose collected one, but probably did pass by one. I'll give that to them. I don't want to, like, look away from this Kid Club situation. It's always tense when you get to the end of this goal. Oh, get one of them? Perfect. That's done. No chokes. Very nicely done for Hugo. That's a tough one to get. And that's a great one. That blocks both row 3 and column 4. Campanella 3 pivot here. Clear 4 waves 100%. That's pretty fast. There's an egg in Night Manor. This is true, yeah. You don't have to go too far out of your way, but you do have to go a little bit out of your way, which I don't think we saw Goose doing that. It's actually a great play too, because Campanella to 4 waves, that'll be just enough to get 4 levels for the general levels goal. Pivoting out of Hotfoot, not too surprising. Hotfoot is a cruel mistress. Back into Mortal 2 for the cherry disc, presumably. It did seem like Goose knew the route, so this makes sense to me. Alright, what about other eggs? Campanella 2, divers, caramel. Onion delivery, porgy. No, nothing else so far. So stage D boss in Campanella 3. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going all the way there. So yeah, I think that's just 2 eggs. 10 eggs it's kind of a lot. How many eggs total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's kind of a lot. 18 games. Okay, I guess that's 10 is not super bad. And a lot of them are pretty fast as well. Are the waves not levels? I would assume that they were levels, but it's been a while since I looked at it. Waves are not levels, okay. That is good. I would have totally given that to Hugo. They do have the 4 waves. Let's hope they don't think that they have progress on the lives with levels with that. Alright, bailing out, very fair. Haven't seen a single leaderboard game yet. Interesting. You know, Goose is just about done with Mortal 2 Cherry, which, I mean, yeah, it's just so fast. You know what? Kid Club was a leaderboard game. Unfortunately, Hugo did bail out. They're thinking about it, though. They're thinking about it. Barbuta. We're going to see an egg race. Well, not much of an egg race. Okay, yeah, indeed. No player is going for the Mimic yet. They're just going for eggs. Okay, yeah, Hugo is just going through the list on the rules document. Much like I am. Ooh, that's a tough spot for that that rock on Goose's side. You can't really get a jump there. Might have to bomber it and just try again. Yeah. We don't have any other bug hunter goals, do we? No, we don't. I'm surprised I haven't seen Zoldaf at all. Alright, and that was another egg. Ninpek does indeed have eggs. Very fast. And there it is. Yep, they're just going through the list. Big bell race, very fast egg. And there it was. Onion delivery. Is that a fast egg? Egg gets here billboard. I guess if you know where that is, that's probably pretty fast. Very true. Alright. Goose finally made it after a couple of pretty bad falls. Alright, considering how fast that was for Hugo, I didn't even have time to see it. I'm pretty sure they knew where it was and got it. Caramel, background eggs and prologue. Oh, there was one right there, I think. There's one right there. Into divers. Oh, right, the shop item. The UFO's the super long one. There it is. Campanella 2. Yep, we got a whole bunch of eggs in Campanella 2 very fast. That's true. Purple and pink. Those are very trans-friendly colors. What's up, Ars? What's up, Canis? I mean, just looking at those eggs is enough. Yep. That's another egg. Star Wasp here. You spell out egg. Paint Chase. Reach a score of 240 plus. I wouldn't go for that at this point in the game, but that's fair. Boom, spell out egg. One last one. Rakshasa. Ooh, pivot into Rakshasa gold? This could be huge. This could be it. Are we gonna see Rakshasa gold? The bottom of the bingo board hasn't been gone into too much. And that's 10 indeed for Hugo. Will they keep going? We'd all love to see Rakshasa gold. That's unfortunate. No Rakshasa gold. Into Campanella instead. Campanella probably high scores, levels as well. I didn't see anything else for Campanella. Yeah, so high scores and levels. Not even really going for high scores, just going for levels. Which would be fair enough. You know. That is their third game. I'm hoping they don't think Campanella 3 counted. Or I might have to tell them off. Overbold. I guess waves do count as levels in Overbold, don't they? Anyway, isn't Overbold here for something else as well? Yeah, clear around with maximum stakes. If you know the glitch here, this isn't too bad, although you should probably spend a bit of time prepping up for it. Looks like they're not even really thinking about it. They're just going for waves. I guess they're just going for the levels here. Oh, I haven't been really looking at Goose. Does Goose actually know how to get perfects in the various levels of Paint Chase? Looks like they do. Probably won't get this one, they're a little bit behind, but yeah, that's beautiful. I guess that makes sense to go for that then. This really won't take too long if you know how to get all the perfects. Damn, actually knowing the paint chase speedrun route is crazy. This is one of the harder speedruns if you ask me. Yeah, unfortunately messed up the route there. Level 5 route is incredibly hard. As level 5, I will count that towards levels for Goose. Hugo just trucking along, going for those waves, aka levels. Perfect paint chase play always looks amazing. It is really just so hard. I genuinely consider it to be like top 5 hardest speedruns in this game for sure. Alright, Overbold. They did count that for levels. Not Campanella 3, that's good. They're aware of what a level is and isn't, more than me at least. A Tactics, that's fair. 4 levels in a Tactics is pretty fast. Just gotta get the luck. I think a perfect here seals it for Goose. This isn't too hard of a perfect either, so let's see if they know it. Hugo, not necessarily very... I guess sort of familiar with how to play a Tactics fast. I don't think this is how you perfect this level. I could be wrong. Yeah, but they will get very close. That wouldn't have been enough anyways, there's not enough score. Alright, just a pretty good clean round here and they're out of paint chase. Well, Hugo getting pretty close to being done. Yeah, that's a very fast... I think I tried to do this and I probably ended up doing like 2 more levels past this, which... doesn't sound like too much, but then 2 levels is like an extra minute and a half, you know? I think 1 more level for Hugo here, yep. That'll be the levels general goal done. Okay, that wasn't super clean, actually. Barely gonna meet the goal. And actually didn't even meet the goal, yeah. Alright, and that's it for Hugo. That's the general levels goal done. Boom. Score is now 7-3 for Hugo. You know. This was pretty close. And then I think Immortal 2 happened. In fairness, Goose does have a cherry disc. That's great. Pivoting out of paint chase? Oh no! Oh no! Not now? You were so close! No! Aw, shucks. That's tough. That is not what you want to see for paint chase. It's such a time sink. However, going for Vanger, we really don't see this often in Bingo, I feel. Mostly because it's like a true Metroidvania and there's a lot to learn here. That's not when you want to see the pivot. Anytime Hugo going for the, in my opinion, easiest Zoldaf goal, just getting the energy cubes. Just have to hope that you don't get absolutely screwed over and, you know, there's one of the cubes, like, hidden behind a rock. Did take a death, though. You know, I kept the background the same as last time, but I should have changed it. Oh well. So what was the Vanger goal anyways? Get the Force mod from Verde Sector. And I believe Goose has practiced this. Verde Sector skip, I believe. Be interesting to see. First, you do have to go all the way and get the heat mod. Then you pull off some fancy shenanigans with iframes and electricity. Just skip a huge chunk of Verde Sector. It's really, even if you don't do the Verde Sector skip, it's really not too bad. It's like an extra 2 minutes probably. That's for a pretty comfortable chunk of the map as well. But I'm pretty confident Goose did say they practice all Vanger goals, so I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing the Verde Sector skip here. There's the first energy cube for Hugo. Oh, don't touch that spike. I really want to replay Vanger. Here's one of my favorites in the collection. I really just wish I had a better camera. If I had a better camera, I would love Vanger so much. Hugo not necessarily getting the best seat for Zoldav here. Both Vanger goals. I'll collect one key code. I would go for it, yeah. I didn't see the key code goal, but the key code is any of the bosses. And there is one in the top left of Verde, which... Actually, there's two in Verde. There's one in the top left and bottom right. I don't remember their names, but... If you're going to go all the way to a Verde Sector and get the Force mod, I definitely think one of the bosses is something that you would be doing. Yeah, I didn't see the second Vanger goal at all. I think this is a very good play. And there's the Zoldav goal for Hugo. Oh, this is the big boy. Yeah, the one that, yeah, I think that's fair. Oh, alright, Goose. I did mess up a little bit there. Trying to go for the Verde Sector skip. It is not an easy skip, so hoping for them that they do get it. I'm going to be baiting this little fella over here to hit you at the right time so you can kind of iframe through all of these spikes. It is not easy. Meanwhile, Hugo back in hot foot, trying it again. I'm not doing the speedrun strat again, just going for the bully, which one of the better characters for sure. We're just seeing genuine hot foot gameplay here. The third try at the Verde Sector skip. I'm hoping to see this. I haven't seen this in a long time personally. Oh, another miss. In fairness, if I'm in Goose's shoes here, I think it's fine just going for this a whole bunch. It doesn't matter too much. Because let's be realistic here. There's not a lot of people who have the Vanger knowledge. So going for this, it's a power play, and it's a pretty safe power play. Is that going to be match one for Hugo? Yes. Even a blowout. Wow. Do you need to go to Ramses right away as well? Ooh. And there's the Verde Sector skip. And there's Ramses, yep. Ramsey's definitely a little bit of a scary fella, but not too bad as long as you just like keep your distance. Just hang on the ceiling, wait for your opportunities, and take it nice and easy. Yeah, the bugs for sure are bad. There's like 20 damage bugs too or something. It's something ridiculous. I guess that's also why Goose is staying in this top right corner. No bugs do spawn. Takes the first death, although now they do have full HP again for the second attempt. Ramsey's going in a pretty good position here too. That was a lot of damage. Did my playlist stop? I wasn't looking at my playlist. Yeah. Yes, I'm still watching YouTube. Unfortunate the open eye was at the bottom there. Couldn't get a whole lot. They're nearly done with Ramses though with only one hit taken. I haven't seen... I'm assuming that Hugo did take a death. Because this is not the start of the second match for sure. I would not be surprised to see Goose going back to this hot foot goal later. That is Ramses. That is going to be the key code goal for Wenger. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Goose going back for hot foot later and actually end up beating out Hugo for it. Alright. Yeah, indeed, Goose will be continuing and indeed getting the force mod. This just makes a lot of sense. That was... I looked away for 30 seconds and Hugo's won a match. I don't know what happened there. That was crazy. Now, force mod, I believe, is the one. Now, force mod is the one that you go up like the infinite looping hallway, I believe. Yeah, all right. All the way in the bottom left of the area. It's looking good for Hugo here, but hot foot could just be a hot foot. You never know. Ooh! Oh yeah, there it was. Indeed, Hugo pivoting out of hot foot. Or no, they got it. Now, going for Wenger, unfortunately, there's absolutely no chance that they beat Goose to this. That is going to be a nice block for Goose. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with all the hidden barrels in Wenger. I only found a couple in my own playthrough. Yeah, it looks like they're backing out of it. And I think they might not have realized they were just kind of auto-piloting to it. I think now they realize that, yep, Goose is definitely in on it. Back to pin golf. You're going to go for the -2 or better again, presumably. After the unfortunate accident earlier. There's one, as always, the first one. Yep, and Goose is on the force mod path for right now. Let's take a death, though. Now, ideally for Hugo, you pivot this into a cherry disc. We can only hope it happens. Yeah, Goose is looking mighty low all of a sudden. Although you just have to beat these two, and I think it's done, right? Yep, homing missiles, though. That was close. But I mean, you don't pivot out of this, you just keep going. Back to it. That's an unfortunate spot to die, but back into it. Just gotta figure out if he had the key code or not, I suppose. Alright, Hugo not getting the levels that they wanted. Well, the scores that they wanted on the levels, so... resetting again. Oh, I forgot to mark one cherry for Goose on my side. Still no leaderboards at all from either players. And no progress towards Treasure Hunter at all either. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier and I kind of like interrupted myself at some point. To me, Treasure Hunter looks like it would be the fastest of all the general game goals. So I'm really surprised neither of them have gone for it. I suppose there isn't a whole lot of synergy with this board though, so it makes sense. Like 2 chests and divers, I think takes... You only have to open it, you don't have to bring it back. So that's probably like 3 minutes. Let's go with 3 minutes tops. And Waldorf's 2 chests, that's another like 2-minute thing. Maybe a bit longer because Waldorf is Waldorf, but... Alright, Goose back on the room. This time with a life to spare. Gets the first drone, no problem. Where did that second drone go? There it is. And there's the second drone. Yeah, it was just an unfortunate missile. They know how to take down these guys for sure. And there's the force mod. Completing the block. So now what are we looking at here in terms of points? We're looking at 9 to 5 for Hugo. It's definitely going to be hard to come back from this, but not impossible. Bushido Ball. Presumably we're seeing Cherry Disc here. Interesting. That's fair if you know the strat. Well... Even if you know the strat, the thing is sometimes the CPU doesn't cooperate, so... Well, we can only hope it goes well, because if it doesn't go well, then you have to play as Yamada, and... That's the last thing. Yep, there we go. And now you have to genuinely play as Yamada, and it's the worst possible thing in the world. Well, you can kind of do this as well, yeah. As a safe way to come back. Well, Hugo really struggling with pin golf here, it's unfortunate. That's fair. I mean, if Bushido Ball Cherry goes extremely well, it's like a 2-minute thing. And if it doesn't go well... Well, it's not a 2-minute thing. It's like a 5-minute thing, I guess. Not even. But if it doesn't go well, then, you know... Then Bushido Ball happens. Lowering the speed to fast, very fair. You don't need Hyper. It's like a little bit faster, I think, but... Yeah, Hugo really trying to get this pin golf goal, but... It is just not working out for them. Yeah, this is like one of the levels you would really want to get a -2 on. It's pretty easy if you know how to do it. At least he gets the hole in one. After a double loop-de-loop in the exit. Are there any bingo? I guess there's the bottom row left for bingo. For Hugo, other than that. There's also column 2. But I'm not really going for it at this point. The diagonals are both... Like, I guess Hugo could do top left to bottom right. There's actually still 3 bingos open for Hugo. Although, since they already have 9, I don't think there's any interest in pursuing bingos. Only need 4 more squares to seal the deal. And one of those bingos would require 4 squares, the other ones require 3 squares, so you'd still finish the match at like 12. Better to just go for goals that they think they can get. Goose halfway done. Well, past the halfway mark, it's like 60% done. This is what sealed the deal for Hugo earlier. Let's hope they have a bit of a better time with this one this time. Goose is doing very well. CPUs are cooperating. They're doing just fine. I don't even know what happened there. I think they threw a bomb out at the ball. Because they went flying. Well, not a lot of levels left for Hugo to get a +2, a -2 here. I'm assuming at this point they're just continuing and hoping for the cherry disc instead. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not working out. And is that it? I think that's it for Goose. That's the second cherry disc. Yep, beautiful. That worked out really well. Into Avianos. Win a custom game with 8 mountains. I've not seen this before. Oh, yep, that's a lot of mountain. Oh, that is... I mean, I think you reset there. It looks like they'll just be teleporting out instead. Fair, teleport there, you got some more bones. Teleport again. Oh no, you can't teleport again. Reveal the enemy location. Okay, just 3. So, alright, Hugo on the last hole for pin golf here. I suppose there isn't much, unless they think they can get -2 here, which is possible. If you get it right here. No! At the wrong time, doesn't get the -2. Does barely make cherry disc, but cherry disc is no longer necessary. Yeah, no, that is not an Aviano start I would go for. So close. It was indeed very close. Into Waldorf's. Here we're going to be looking for Treasure Hunter. Which again, I really think this is one of the fastest long general goals. Oh. What? I think they just realized that they lost the cherry discs. Haven't seen the O yet. Yeah, 8 mountains is a lot of bones, a lot of teleporting, a lot of things just in general. Okay, they're going for the attack here. Oh, that's an easy one. Alright, Hugo just wondering what they want to go for here. Still surprised no one's going for Treasure Hunter. Into leaderboards. Finally, we see leaderboards. I feel like it's been 10,000 years. How can we possibly be 1 hour into a match with leaderboards and nobody's gone for leaderboards at all? Now, my favorite Aviano strat in general is Rexodon plus Quetzal for like infinite archers. That's what I like to go for personally, but There are a lot of ways to win in Avianos. Now we can only hope that their front lines take out the aura. Oh, the swords guys. Nope, this could be tough. A very good play by the CPU here. Kind of just holding and waiting for the enemy to get, for Goose to get closer. That's a pretty tough loss. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in for Goose for sure. Yeah, shield versus archers is just so powerful, and not even just shield versus archers. They still had like a lot of swordsmen backing up their shields. Uh-oh, who wins this one? Oh, the flying guys. Yeah, start over. That's fair. Every now and then the flying guys take a while to decide, and you know, sometimes they miss their shot a little bit. But sometimes they just swoop in with a fury like you've never seen before. Yeah, fair. Wow, all the mounds just on the side of the map. This definitely seems like a much more comfortable open for Goose here, whereas the CPU is the one who has to try to battle the mountains, as it were. I would presume that's enough score for Hugo? Is it top 3? It's a top 3 score, okay, so it definitely needs a little bit more. Although with the huge chain they have going on right now, not a lot of problem. Did they put it in? I'm assuming they put it in. I genuinely looked away for 2 seconds. Ninpek. That's all a very fast one as well. They put it in, okay, yeah. I keep looking away at the worst possible time. I don't know how I do this. Ah, Brontor, my beloved. Just spamming ancestor blessings. So with leaderboards, I'm wondering because they went for pin golf twice and they haven't gone the -2 goal at all yet. And maybe they are thinking about the bottom row. It's entirely possible. Rakshasa Gold is... They were definitely thinking about it earlier. They were definitely thinking about Rakshasa Gold. I think we might see it. I think we might just see it. The 2 lone swordmen. Yeah, Rakshasa Gold. Presumably one of the very hards on this board. What would be the very hards here?
What's up?
Whoa. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
We're just streaming here.
Oh, crap. Oh no.
I mean, if you're okay with that, you can co-cast, but...
No, I'm on my phone. I have my phone open and I'm playing on my computer because, yeah, the Steam Deck died. It's dead.
Who is this? We're looking at C Inc. Let me get an icon for them up.
Wait, which game are you playing? If you I don't even know which one.
Well, right now Goose is going for Avianos and Hugo is going for Ninpek. Going for leaderboards in Ninpek.
I suck at an impact because it's an impact. I might go on I might stream on my computer. I'm kind of good at Avianos. It's just like, I don't know. Alright.
Yeah, I don't know why the room limiter on private matches was removed, but presumably because they were having a lot of co-casts in a room earlier. Anyways, Hugo is still going for leaderboards, presumably finished with an InPec. I know it's set to 5. It wasn't set to 5 when we first joined at all. It was set to none. Alright, while that was happening, Goose did get Navianos clear. That was indeed a very nice board for them. Going back to pin golf. They were in pin golf earlier, right? Or was it just Hugo who's been in pin golf so much that I can't remember? Ah, the bonus game in Campanella, my beloved. Let me mark leaderboards as 2. Again, just I can't believe we haven't seen Treasure Hunter goal progress at all. Yeah, it is looking a lot better, although Hugo is about to widen the lead a little bit again. But it is now 9-7. It's been a long time since Hugo marked anything. You know, Goose has to get these -2 levels. I don't know if this. I don't think this is one you can really get -2 on. Probably barely. And back to sender. Yeah, no, heading out. That's fair. Back to Pain Chase. Again, they were at like 216 score in Pain Chase earlier. Pivoting out of Pain Chase was insane. I'm sorry, they're going for it again, though. Hugo just looking for the coffee, I suppose. Isn't it like behind the start or something? I don't remember too much about the coffee locations in Campanella 1. I always just kind of go for it and get them. And there's boss 1 down. I'm assuming that 15k is top 3, so they're just preparing by losing a bunch of lives already. Another beautiful perfect for Goose. Oh, don't die too fast. Don't die too fast. Get the score. Is also exactly 15k not enough? Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. A little bit scared there. Gotta have more, and that is going to be leaderboards done for Hugo. Cyber Owls, clear Hong Kong, only destroyed. The Cyber Owls pacifist. Another good perfect for Goose there. Already halfway through the required score. They did miss the perfect on this earlier, but it did seem like they were going for it very nicely, so let's hope that they get it this time. No, I don't think that's going to do it for the level 4 perfect. Still not too bad at all. Still very well on the way to a good 240 in not too much time. Yeah, Hugo did take a couple hits there. I think it's generally like the toughest section of this perfect though. Not this perfect, this pacifist route. I think Goose just... Oh no, pivoting out of Pain Chase again. No. Barbuda, the Mimic. We will finally see the Mimic. Probably the second longest Barbuda goal here. I think only beaten out by the 8 items. Maybe the rod plus blood sword as well. Not too sure about that one. Probably not. I think this beats out that. Generally, how you're going to be doing this is the one required item to do this is going to be the pin. Although you probably want the blood sword as well, because the Mimic is a bit of a dangerous enemy. And the fastest way to get the pin is to just get the money. Missed the whole thing. You missed half of the thing. We're not done yet. And I'm really surprised that Goose pivoting out of Pain Chase. I really feel like the smartest thing to do was to just stay in and just keep going. Just play Pain Chase normally until you get it. Not being perfect is fine. That bat, I think, disagrees with me. Based on what the hell we just saw there. The Barbuda bats, they have a fierceness to them. Alright, Hugo making it to Road Toad. He's gonna mash this guy down, no problem at all. Make sure not to get the enemies. Or not to spend too much time in a Road Toad's favorite weapon. This thing does shred your health. That should be just about it for Hugo though. Yep, there it is. Hong Kong cleared, Road Toad done. Now Hugo can go back to Pain Chase. And I think that's gonna do it. Unless Goose sees this and pivots back to Pain Chase right now. You do take damage colliding with the chain after it's extended, yes. And it does absolutely shred your health pool. No pivot from Goose. That's unfortunate. I honestly, I think they have a bit of time to pivot still, but it looks like they're just going to be going for the Mimic instead. But yeah, for Hugo, just regularly playing Pain Chase will be just fine. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any competition. So this will take a little bit of time, but yeah, I do believe Hugo has this in the bag now. The final boss of this bingo board really was pin golf somehow. It's not what anyone would expect, but it took so much time from, I think, both of our players, honestly. Yeah, no, going out of Pain Chase twice. One time at, what, 210 score, the other time at 140 score. It really just wasn't the play. Even if they weren't going to get the perfect strats on the levels, like, really should have just kept going there. That would have made a lot of difference. Other than that, no one really spent too much time in a goal without... I guess Hotfoot took a bit of time for both players at the beginning, but that one did eventually go down. Yeah, Pain Chase, Pin Golf, and Hotfoot were the final bosses of this bingo board, it seems. Now Goose taking... I guess probably not the most optimal route, but this is a very safe route. Going for the rod instead of the blood sword. The rod is not quite as strong, but it does have range, which is incredibly useful against the Mimic. Incredibly safe, even. That being said, it is a much longer route to get to the Mimic from the rod. Have to take the exit here and go all the way back up to get the regular entrance on the castle. I think this is why ideally people just kind of go for the blood sword. You have to play it a little bit risky with the Mimic, but you end up with just a much cleaner route through the map in general. Because after getting the rod, you just have to do all this climbing, get back up top. Oh, the bat will always try. That's definitely the one thing we can always say about the bat. The bat will try. That's not going to be a clear for Hugo here. I'm going to have to redo the level. I hope we don't see another pivot out of Pain Chase. That would be crazy. I might be underestimating just how hard Pain Chase is because I've played it so much. Alright, go for the time again. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. Alright, Goose just about to enter the Mimic here. We're going to get it as an invisible ladder right there. Yeah, and this one has a really high paint requirement as well. Yeah, it's not an easy one. You're basically meant to like keep the time bonus or like the time power up all the way until the end and then use it. So yeah, use the invisible ladder that Goose just did. Open this switch and you're basically right at the Mimic. Now what would be crazy here is Goose going back to Pain Chase for a third time. And there's the Mimic done. Are we going to see Pain Chase do... Oh my god, we're going back in. For the third time, Goose has entered Pain Chase. I think it might be too late. But never say never. This could be a huge comeback. You never know, Hugo could fail. Hugo could fail and lose. It is not impossible for this to work out. Plus, Goose does have much better knowledge of Pain Chase, at least for the early levels. As we have seen with all the perfects. Yeah, they could definitely catch up on levels. The thing is, Hugo is a solid, like, 7 levels ahead. But yeah, just say earlier, what Hugo was at 162 right there entering this course 8, whereas when we saw Goose in here earlier, right before they left out, they were at like 214, I believe. So yeah, Goose definitely much better at paint chase, no question about it. It's just, is it too late? Hugo might, no, probably gonna beat this level. Not gonna get a lot of score from it, but I think they're gonna make it out of this. Yeah. Meanwhile, Goose gonna get this perfect here, no problem at all. You just gotta keep going. I mean, if you look at it objectively, like Goose is not that far behind on score already. They just gotta like strap down. They just gotta lock in. I sincerely hope that this comeback works out. That would be insane. I didn't see what the score Hugo had was there. Okay, 157. Goose is absolutely catching up. 205, uh-oh. Although this isn't one where you generally get a lot of score. Honestly, this is the one Hugo's on right now. This is one of the harder levels, if you ask me. Let's see how it plays out for them. Ooh. Passing on the dot, no score. But does get to move on from the one of the harder levels, if you ask me. Meanwhile, Goose not getting the perfect there, but still getting some good score from it. 182. They're catching up. This could be insane. I'm not counting it out. This could totally happen. And I keep looking away from Hugo at the crucial moment. I don't know what score they're on. $212. Ooh. Some big score here for Goose. Plus 31. 213. Goose is in the lead. Goose is in the lead. I'm just saying. This is crazy. Unfortunately, Goose doesn't know the perfect strat for this level, but they could still just get it here. It's not that hard to get a really good score on this level with the drones. That would be the most insane block I think we've ever had. Hugo. Oh, is that it? That's it! No, that's it. Hugo gets it. That is it. Oh my lord, that came down to it. Wow. Goose. That was so close.
Was it?
Yeah. Goose was maybe, I think Goose was at 213.
Oh god.
So they were actually ahead of you, but you were at like a better level for getting score. Oh my lord. I was rooting for the comeback.
Wait, when did this
Ooh. Wow, yeah, no, that was unfortunate. Goose exiting paint chase twice earlier on in the game.
Oh.
That was sad. Very intense match to both of you, though.
It was very close at some points.
Oh, easily. I'm surprised neither
Yeah,
of you went for Treasure Hunter, though.
I don't really know my diver chest.
That's fair.
If I got the paint chase goal, I was gonna go for it.
I'm so sad you pivoted out of Pain Chase at like you were at like 210 score earlier on in the game.
Yeah, I got frustrated with it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I was about to go for Wenger for the column 5 bingo, but then I saw that you got the one kick out at the last moment, so I backed out.
Yeah, that was good. I was hoping you weren't going to do that, but yeah, a very good block there from Goose indeed.
Hmm?
Oh, wow. That was so much closer than I thought it was going to be. Very well done to both of you, though.
Bing.
Hugo
I
keeping...
got 2 points.
You got way more than 2 points.
Yep.
Way
And I got
more.
way more than hello points.
Yeah, no, Hugo keeping your perfect streak. Congratulations.
Pretty impressed it got on for that long.
I really don't have much to say. That paint chase was so close. It just took every word I had out of my mouth.
I'll have to watch back the VOD after that.
Oh yeah. Goose started like a full. You were on like course 6 or 7 by the time Goose started, and it still came down to the wire.
God damn.
I practiced the perfects a long time ago, but it's been a while.
I mean, clearly the practice paid off. You still got a whole bunch of them.
Yep.
I don't think I have a lot to say, so I'm probably just going to cut off the stream there. Thank you everyone for coming out. And look forward to more bingo.
Alright. Thanks for casting.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.